All right, well, welcome to day 3 of my transcription challenge here. So I'm working on Blues for Jimmy by James P. Johnson, one of the great stride pianists of the teens and 1920s and 1930s too. And he lived, I think, until the 50s. I want to say. I think he was in New York most of his life. Anyway, so this is the B section of the Blues for Jimmy if you've been following along. And this section is super cool. I love how he just takes his time. He's got this C minor chord, so we do a little G7, sharp 5, G9 chord with a sharp 5 to get to our C minor chord, and he stretches out this chord. Instead of C, E flat, G, we take E flat up an octave and have this open voicing. And it's actually a C minor 6 chord, so that would be an A natural in the chord. So what he does is, starting here, he moves down one chord tone of the C minor 6 chord. So C is going to go down to A, G is going to go down to E flat, and then this high E flat is going to come down to C. So you're going to go back from here to here. Isn't that cool? There's a lot of cool exercises you can make off of this kind of pattern, this kind of thinking. I believe he's doing it 2 in the right, 1 in the left, but could, based on what it is later, but it could be 2 in the left, 1 on the right. Could be good to practice both ways. He alternates that with a B fully diminished 7 chord, so he's going to start here, B, so B, D, and F, diminished chord, with A flat being the diminished 7th. He's going to take B, D, and F, take D up an octave to stretch out that chord. There's our sound. And we're going to go down one chord tone, so B goes down to A flat, F goes down to D, and D up here goes down to B. So we go. Oops. Alright, very cool. So he goes. And this takes his time. It's not quite rubato, but he's just taking his time here. And then we have the same thing going on the right hand while this little line creeps up in the left hand. And I think he does this as octaves there. Some of this sometimes can be educated guesses, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm hearing. It can get tough sometimes. And we come here. So now we're temporarily in the key of E flat for a moment, which is the 5 chord. Our real key is A flat. Now we're in the key of E flat. I just love this little melody puts in here. Isn't that pretty? With all these descending parts around it. And this is the really meaty part right here. So there he's got this bass line. Bum, 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 bum. Very simple. It's just the E flat major scale. But he has a counter melody of this on C, walking down chromatically. Isn't that cool? And the melody is up here. Just put those all together, you get. Pretty cool, right? So I want to bring out that melody more with practice. And just to thicken up the stew a little bit, he adds a couple harmony notes that makes this line. Listen for that. Just gonna add that in. Oops. And then an E flat 7 chord to come back to our original home key, which is A flat. So really cool. That's the bridge section of Blues for Jimmy. So moving right along here. A couple more days left and we'll have the whole tune down. See you tomorrow.